health and endo. So I'd first up like to thank Jess at Quendo for inviting me to talk about the importance of liver health and endo, and just a little bit about me. So I always wanted to be a mum, but endo and age sadly changed that path for me. I met my husband later in life, which when I was a full-time primary school teacher and was studying to become a certified practicing nutritionist. I was diagnosed with stage 4 at 40, and like many of us, I just put up with it and just thought I was dealt a painful period. But after studying Bachelor of Health Science, Nutritional Medicine, I decided to research more about endo so that other endo warriors could be more armed with the knowledge and power over their own health. So reality is, of course, with endo, getting an early diagnosis can really change someone's life. So what drives endo? Well, endo, as you will well know, is estrogen driven, and high estrogen levels equals inflammation and endo lesion growth. So addressing excess estrogen via the liver is vital in reducing lesion growth and gaining more control over your life. So why is liver health so important? It's the second largest organ in the body. The largest is the skin. The liver plays a large part of the balance or homeostasis of our body, and it's crucial in filtering our blood, breaking down hormones once utilised, like your excess estrogen. It also assists our body to metabolize, break down, or absorb nutrients for energy. It filters toxins, which are byproducts of metabolism, such as toxins from our environment, food, drinks like alcohol, medication, and cosmetics. So why is liver health so important with endo? Our liver is helping our body constantly filter substances. So what we're going to do now is have a look at phase 1 and 2, liver detox, in more detail. During phase 1 detox, different compounds such as drugs, alcohol, nutrients, pollution, herbal supplements, chemicals, microbes, the list goes on, and other byproducts move into the liver via the blood. They are processed from active compounds into inactive. However, they are still chemically reactive metabolites. They are processed by the 6 main enzymes called cytochrome P450 or CYP450. Some toxins are neutralized by phase 1 liver enzymes, and others are converted into forms that then go through phase 2 detox. So here in phase 2, there are converted forms. The converted forms, go through 6 conjugated. Oh God, I have to redo it. I'm so sorry.
Are you all right?
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I couldn't get I can't say it now. Conjugated reactions.
What we'll do is when we're watching this back, we'll just stop the video and then restart it. So if you ever have a little bit of a higgledy-piggledy moment,
Okay.
which I'm quite, that's me, we can just stop and then start the video again. So don't stress.
All right. So I just start from the top of this slide.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. So after phase 1, phase 2 kicks in, and here the converted forms go through 6 conjugated reactions, or known as bound to another molecule to be excreted. During this process, some substances inhibit or prevent phase 1 or phase 2, whilst others actually activate them. This phase 2 process downgrades the forms, or otherwise known as metabolites, to water-soluble complexes, which can be excreted via the kidneys and urine or bile and feces pathway. Reduced liver function then equals reduced production of CYP450 enzymes to enable the breakdown and metabolism of drugs and medications. So liver health is really vital. Unfortunately, during this process, nutrients are often depleted during the conjugation pathway due to being attached to toxic substances as they are excreted. Therefore, good nutrition is really vital in detoxification. When your liver function is compromised by things like poor diet, lack of exercise, excessive intake of alcohol or drugs, environmental toxins, it cannot function correctly and other health issues can arise. So our liver goal here today is to optimize your liver function and therefore your overall health, and assist your liver to eliminate excess estrogen from the body to help reduce endo symptoms and lesion growth. As we know, less estrogen equals less growth. So what can you do about it? Let's have a look at the top 3 tips for today that you can implement in your daily life. Tip number 1 is eat more cruciferous vegetables. They are part of the brassica family, and you can see a whole list of cruciferous veggies listed there. I'm sure you know many of them. So why do they help and others don't? So cruciferous vegetables contain a constituent called indole 3-carbinol, which assists in the metabolism of estrogen by assisting in the production of liver enzymes in the phase 1 liver detox pathway. Indole-3-carbinol has also been found to potentially reduce the risk of hormone-reliant cancers, displaying anti-cancer properties. They are a great source of fibre, which assists with digestion and stool formation. Cruciferous veggies also contain amazing nutrients, vitamin C being one of them. So vitamin C is super important in immune system, iron absorption, adrenal health. It stimulates the production of gastrin, so your stomach acids, and secretin, your pancreatic enzymes. It strengthens cells and blood vessel walls, and it also helps with healthy bones and joint connective tissue. It also contains vitamin E, which reduces PMS, enhances immune system, red cell blood cell production, and assists with leg cramps, reduces cellular aging. Cruciferous veg also contain vitamin K, which assists the liver function to assist with controlling clotting and bone health. Folate, really, really important with red blood cell production, so very important with heavy periods, mental health, iron function, and it's vital for cell growth in pregnancy. They also contain several carotenoids such as beta-carotene, which help fight oxidative stress and chronic diseases, and also eye health vitamins. The recommended daily serves for veggies is 5 serves a day, and 1 serve equals 1 cup of raw or half a cup of cooked vegetables. And what you want to try and do is get sort of 2 to 3 cups of cruciferous veggies a day into your diet, really help that liver to help with the excess estrogen. So tip number 2 is reduce inflammatory foods. So cutting out inflammatory foods like dairy, gluten, processed sugars, saturated fats, and alcohol. I'm sure you've heard these foods being inflammatory before. They can cause lots of issues in the body, and you may have noticed yourself already that you might get bloating or pain from dairy, and you may have already taken them out of your diet. This allows your liver to have a break from inflammatory foods and enables it to focus on eliminating that excess estrogen. Have you noticed the difference when you've tried this before? Right, part of tip number 2 is increase anti-inflammatory foods. So those antioxidant-rich foods, they really counteract inflammation, such as fruit and vegetables, nuts and seeds, avocados, oily fish, olive oil, that extra virgin olive oil. Increase all those good fats, your unsaturated fats, which are not only anti-inflammatory, they're needed to help with the absorption of your fat-soluble vitamins, which are vitamins A, D, E, and K. So when you're thinking about if you take a vitamin D supplement, you might think about adding some good fat into your diet. So you might be taking with some avocado, so it helps with that absorption. 2 types of saturated fats, unsaturated fats, monounsaturated, listed there, and polyunsaturated. Omega-3 fats are an important type of polyunsaturated fat that the body can't produce on their own, so they must be consumed with food. An excellent way to get omega fats is by eating 2 to 3 fish 2 times a week, 2 to 3 times a week, and this helps fuel the liver to process and repair. And for vegans and vegetarians, you may need to supplement if you can't get them through your animal sources. The tip number 3 is to reduce the toxin load. This section's a little bit longer because there's quite a few toxins to talk about. But number 1 is alcohol. So alcohol increases the activity of aromatase, which is an enzyme in the cytochrome P450 family that we discussed before. Aromatase is responsible for the biosynthesis of estrogens. It is also known as estrogen synthetase and estrogen synthase. It helps convert androgens like testosterone to estrogen or estradiol to estrone. This increases estrogen levels in the blood, impacting on endo as an estrogen dominant condition. Alcohol consumption is also linked to chronic inflammatory diseases and weakening of the immune system. And I'm sure you're aware that excessive use can lead to alcohol-related liver diseases. Regular consumption of alcohol can reduce fertility and impact on the growth of the unborn baby. Please excuse that typo there. So therefore, an increase of estrogen equals a decrease in progesterone, and this isn't good before menopause because it increases the breast cancer risk. There's lots of non-alcoholic drinks on the market these days. It's really booming in the supermarkets, so it might be something to consider if you're trying to reduce your alcohol intake. Caffeine's another one. So caffeine can really aggravate symptoms because it increases the availability of estrogen and estrone during the follicular phase of your cycle. Caffeine consumption causes increased levels of sex hormone binding protein, which lowers testosterone. We don't want this because testosterone is so important in helping regulate energy, muscle growth, healthy bones, and your libido. This increases the hormonal imbalance, so estrogen's higher, therefore supporting endo as an estrogen dominant condition. So caffeine's also a stimulant, which increases blood pressure. And so when you're in pain, your blood pressure will go up, and this then heightens that blood pressure. It's also a diuretic, so it eliminates water and nutrients a little bit too quick, so you need to think about just how much you're ingesting. So caffeine also increases cortisol and can negatively impact on blood sugar regulation and sleep. So you really want to avoid having the caffeine at night so that your body gets time to rest rather than sparking it up awake. It can be addictive for many people. It reduces the absorption of nutrients. That's a big one. And it also disrupts the absorption of medication supplements. So avoid taking your medication supplements with caffeinated drinks. Next toxin is water, surprisingly. But before water reaches our water supplies, it can be contaminated with natural impurities such as arsenic, aluminium, fertilizers, industrial chemicals, pesticides. So really think about getting a filter, whether it's plumbed in on the bench, a whole house filter, or a jug. Absolutely the best thing you can do for your water intake. And when you're storing your water, in glass or stainless steel is the safest material to store your water without getting leaching out from plastics and things like that. So you really need to think about getting a filter, or your body will be the filter. Think about your liver there. So another toxin is smoking and the e-cigarettes. Cigarette smoke, as you may know, has approximately 4,000 compounds comprising of free radicals. And free radicals are terrible things because they're unstable atoms that can damage cells, causing illness and aging. Smoking causes inflammation and oxidative stress, which equals a deficiency in your vitamins C, D, A, and E. And this is because those vitamins have antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties, and they go around, they clean up the damage and eliminate the free radicals that cigarette smoke causes. But unfortunately, when this happens, this depletion of vitamins equals an increase in inflammation and a reduced immune function, because they don't have enough there to mop up the mess. And along with a reduced immune function, increases that risk of many heart and lung diseases as well as cancer. So oxidative stress and inflammation caused by smoking decreases blood circulating levels of vitamin B9, B12, B6, and B2, which then increases levels of homocysteine, which is inflammation in the body, as there is less availability of vitamins to eliminate them. So you really need your Bs to stop up to break down the homocysteine in the body to do other things. And if it's not there, if those vitamins aren't there, then homocysteine levels go up, which increases your inflammation in the body, causes other health issues. As you probably are well aware, smoking impacts fertility and can cause growth and development issues to an unborn baby. Last little bit about e-cigarettes. It's been on the rise over the last few years, and they can contain harmful chemicals, and they can be very addictive. They're an aerosol containing toxic particles. Long-term effects are unknown at the moment, but short-term health issues have been arising in such things like heart palpitations, chest pain, nausea, vomiting, mouth and airway irritation. They're all on the rise, and it's concerning because we really don't know what those long-term effects are going to be. So another toxin is a hormone disrupting chemical, and they are found in so many things that we are using all the time. And what they do is they can mimic or block or interfere with our hormones. They're found in things like cosmetic products, cleaning products, plastics, pesticides, pollution and mold. Right, and xenoestrogen is one of the hormone disrupting chemicals which mimic estrogen, driving estrogen levels up. So these hormone or HDCs will mimic estrogen. So that then pushes our levels of estrogen up in the body, fueling the growth. And manufacturers are not required to reveal hundreds of chemical ingredients, including phthalates, which are HDCs linked to breast cancer, early puberty, and birth defects. These impact on production and elimination of hormones such as estrogen. So you really want to check the products you're using. This environmental working group website that you can see there. Check out what products you're using. You can even look up your perfume or your face cream, all those sorts of things are on there. You can look up and see what chemicals are in there, and there's also a lot of healthy options. Another toxin to reduce is your exposure to EMF or EMR, so your electromagnetic fields and radiation. They are all around us all the time via computers, TVs, mobile phones, Wi-Fi. We're amongst it, we're in our home, at work, and driving in the car. So this radiation is our body has to process every day, and our liver works incredibly hard to do that. Like, the EMF and EMR can cause a lot of different health issues. Whole list, you can see there's sleep disturbances, infertility, brain fog, memory loss, flu-like symptoms. There's so many. The list can go on. So what you really want to do is try and keep your electrical devices as far away from you as possible to reduce your exposure. And also check the position of where these devices are. So if you have your Wi-Fi in your bedroom or on the other side of the wall of your bedroom, so your bed might be faced up against backed up against the wall and your Wi-Fi is on the other side, really think about whether you can move that, because then you are exposed to that overnight, which is very damaging to your body. But also what you can do, what I do every night, is turn off my Wi-Fi when it's not being used. So that way it gives your body and your liver a chance to heal and repair and do its job, rather than processing that exposure all the time. Well, one of the last things to talk about is DNA testing, just to think about. This is a tip number 4, but it's just a little add-on, because your genes actually affect our liver health and inflammation. So I use Smart DNA genomic wellness test, and it looks like this. You get 160 personalised genetic variations, and you can see here phase 1 and phase 2 detox is included, along with a lot of other variations. And it really becomes a very personalised look at your body, how your body works, what genetic mutations or variations you got from both your parents, and where things are working or might not be working, and how you can improve on those. So it's just something to consider. So when I was studying, and finished my degree and been through all my endo processing, I'd been through IVF, I'd tried lots of different things. I decided to create a 12-week program to help other endo warriors gain more control over their lesion growth and pain. I called it the Freedom from Endo Pain process. And it doesn't obviously mean that it's going to get rid of endo, because I can't do that. But what it does mean is it gives you more power and knowledge to improve your health. So today we talked about the importance of liver function. So that's one aspect of the program. So there's 12 modules, and it works through all the different ways that you can assist yourself in reducing the lesion growth and reducing your pain and improving your life. So that's what's included. And it looks like this. These are my modules on the side. It's a very unattractive picture of myself, but that's a video, the intro video. That's how the program is online. Now, the 12 module course, the investment is $69, where you can work through solo on it if you like, or you can, if you want that extra support, I have a supplement protocol. I'm available for consultations via telehealth or face-to-face. I'm in Melbourne, and here's my website and my email contact if you'd like to chat to me. Just like to thank you very much for listening to my presentation today, and I really wish you all the best with managing your own endo. We hope that all these excellent resources help you on your journey. And a big thank you to Jess and her team at Quendo and all that they do to help. Thanks a lot.